Good day everyone. Welcome to our mathematics lesson on relations. My name is Princess Aga Estala and I'll be guiding you through this important topic. Relations are one of the foundation of higher mathematics. They help us understand how elements from one set connect to elements in another set. By the end of this lesson, you not only know what a relation is, but you also be able to represent it in different ways, which is visually, systematically, and numerically. Let's begin with our objectives. By the end of this session, you should be able to define what a relation is in mathematics. Understand key terms clearly so you can use them confidently. Second one is represent relation using three methods: arrows, diagram, tables, and matrix. The third one is compare this method to see their strength and weakness. The last one is apply your knowledge by creating your own sets and relation. So this lesson is not just about memorizing definition, it's about seeing, organizing, and analyzing relations in multiple formats. Now, let's answer the big question. What is a relation? A relation is simply a subset of the Cartesian product of two sets. That sounds technical, so let's break it down. Imagine we have set A with number 1, 2, and 3, and set B with letters A and B. The Cartesian product means we pair every element of A with every element of B, so we get pair like 1A, 1B, 2A, and 2B, and so on. A relation is just a selection of these pairs. For example, we might say 1 is related to A, 2 is related to B, 3 is related to A. That's a relation. It's a way of connecting element from one set to another. Now let's look at our first method, the arrow diagram. The arrow diagram is a visual representation with draw set A on the left, set B on the right, and then connect element with arrows. For example, if 1 in set A relates to A, in set B withdraw an arrow from 1 to A. If 2 relates to B, withdraw an arrow from 2 into B. This method is powerful because it help us see the connection instantly. It's especially useful when teaching or learning because the arrows make the relationship clear. Next, we have the table representation. Here here we organize relation in a grid. Rows represent element of set A and the column represent of set B. At the intersection, we mark whether a relation exists. For example, If one relates to A, we put a check mark on or an X in the cell where row 1 meets column A. If 2 relates to B, we mark that cell. Tables Tables are useful because they give us a structured overview. They are neat, organized, and easy to read, especially when dealing with larger sets. Finally, let's explore the matrix representation. This method uses numbers, especially one. This method uses numbers, especially A1 means the relation exists. A0 means there is no relation. For example, if set A is equal to 1 and 2 and 3, and then set B is equal to AB, and the relation is 1A, 2B, 3A, then the matrix look like this. Each arrow corresponds to an element of set A and each column corresponds to an element of set B. Matrix are especially helpful in computer science and advanced math because they simplify relation into numbers that can be processed easily. Now let's practice together. Arrow diagram. Draw arrows from relation 1A, 2B, and 3A. Table is create a table with rows for set A and column for set B, then mark the relation. In the matrix, fill in the matrix with 1s and 0a's to represent the same relation. Afterward, afterward, we'll compare all three methods and see how they show the same information in different ways. Now it's your turn. Create your own sets. For example, set A could be red, blue, and green, and set B could be circle and square. Define relation between them. Maybe red relates to circle, blue relates to square, and green relates to circle. It represents your relation in three forms: arrow diagram, table, and matrix. Finally, reflect. Which represent feels most natural to you? Which one helped you understand the relations best? So now, let's summarize what we've learned today. Arrow diagram help us visualize relations clearly. Tables help us organize the relations systematically. Matrix help us simplify relations into numbers. Each, each method has its strength. Arrow diagrams are in Arrow diagrams are intuitive, tables are structured, and matrices are efficient. By comparing them, we gain a deeper understanding of how relations work. For homework, I'd like you to create your own sets and define a relation between them. Represent those relations in all three forms, which is arrow diagram, table, and matrix. Reflect on which representation feels most intuitive to you and explain why. This reflection is important because it helps you identify which method works best for your learning style. Relations are everywhere in math, in science, and even everyday life. By learning how to represent them, we're building we are building skills that will help us in more advanced topics like function, graphs, and even computer al- algorithms. Thank you for your attention today. I'm excited to see how you apply this concept in your practice and homework.